Hello, this is Dr. Martina, your online sex therapist and sex educator. Today is the last episode of suggestions and tips of how to spice up your sex life. And for this fourth episode, I have saved up my most favorite scene that we can create with our partners. And that is how to have a one-night stand with your partner. Let's get to the 3 steps that you will make when you plan and execute this very exciting sexual experience. I understand that you may think that having a one-night stand with your partner is a tall order. Like I said, I do understand that. It takes some effort. But like I said, it is one of my absolute favorite things to do, is because it hits so many places of your sexuality, of your sexual self-assurance, of your creativity, and then the excitement that scene can create. And that requires, a little work. And one of the work is obviously wrapped around the newness of it all. You're going to have to create a new environment, new behavior, and new looks. And you can do all of that. You may want to decide with your partner the bar you want to meet at, or if we're still in COVID and you cannot go into a bar, you may want to do it out somewhere in public, somewhere in a park. But you definitely want to get out of the house. You have to, because you're strangers. So you're going to have to pick each other up outside of the house. Now, clothing and behavior is also what needs to be new, because your partner knows you, and your partner may predict what you're going to do. And the secret, or the secret of success in this scene, is that you will surprise him or her in doing the things that you usually don't do, in wearing the things that you usually don't wear. And with women, for us, that's pretty easy. We can, one of the most exciting things for me ever was when I got a wig. Because with a wig, you can completely change your looks, and you can completely drop your inhibitions. This is why we love Halloween. We can put costumes on and act like we usually don't act. So in our sexuality, since we're so limited in what we're allowed to do according to the social morals, changing your looks and to the point where you can actually hide behind what you usually look like, that is going to be a benefit for this scene, and that is what makes it all happen. So women have it easier that way. We can get a wig. Men, then also the rest of the clothing, surprise your partner with something he or she has never seen you in. If they've never seen you in something extremely sexy, get something extremely sexy. If they've never seen you in something conservative, but obviously some kind of a sexiness behind it, then you offer that. And the same thing for the man. Wigs are a little harder to come by with a man, but clothing, if you wear something that your partner's not expected you to wear, that will also create some newness. Now, of course, you have to think yourself that you feel sexy. So make sure you do that. And, get some help from a friend to help you with this. And can you help me put me in some clothes that I feel sexy? And then that person will come and help you with this. Like I said, this takes a little planning, well, actually more than a little plan. This takes some planning, but the rewards are absolutely amazing when you can have a one-night stand with your partner. So newness, that is where your creativity comes in, and that's where you have to spend your energy. You can plan this days in advance or weeks in advance, but pick a nice sexy place and pick a nice sexy outfit, and then you're halfway there. Okay, now you find yourself in a place where this meeting is going to happen. You both are there. There's still a lot of distance between the two of you. You have not said hello because you have not met yet. So now comes the skill of flirting. And that takes practice. So don't worry about, oh my God, I don't know how to flirt, what do I do? Just lean on something you may know about him. Maybe you want to say something to him when you walk by to the bathroom. Oh, I like your pants, they look really sexy on you. Or something else, something, just to give a compliment, just start the conversation that way. But flirting is something that we did when we first met. We checked the partner out. We had thoughts about what we were going to do with that body. We had thoughts about how they eat, how they walk, how they talk, and we were attracted to them. So if you find things that you're attracted to your partner, and then you flirt with that. I think it's really sad when couples give that up, because we get so lazy and we get comfortable in our relationships. And when have you last told your partner a compliment by just walking by in the kitchen or something, or when you saw something that looked really good? When have you done that last? That is flirting, especially when you put a sensual twist on it. So flirting is something that this experience will definitely, it will make you have to do it, because you're not going to be able to meet otherwise. So buying a drink is flirting, walking by, maybe, touching them is flirting, and when you walk by, or like I said, making compliments, or then, inviting them over to sit with you, and then sit so they can, you're showing off your goods and your body. So it just continues. It absolutely continues all the way to, okay, what can we do? Can I, the flirting then escalates. Flirting escalates into touching escalates in possibly a kiss, and then the kiss escalates and, making out. And then making out can happen in the car, it can happen in the bathroom, it can happen wherever you are. Well, not quite wherever you are, but let it escalate. But make sure that you practice your flirting skills, because that's what makes it climb up the ladder. Okay, the third step is aftercare. And this is extremely important, because if you're successful with your exercise, with your experience with your partner, and you actually were able to play it out and make out and invite each other, home so you can have sex, and if all of that worked out and you were able to go home, I'm assuming you possibly live together, most likely you will live together, go home, don't stop when you get home, don't go right into the bedroom and take it all off and switch out of your roles. Stay in the roles of newness and finish it up. And if you can do that, and if you're successful in all of that, and then you find yourself at the end in bed, exhausted and liberated and realizing how much fun that was, the aftercare consists in that you just, then when you step out of the role, that you talk to each other and you hold each other and you talk about the exciting things, why this was so exciting, and and converse about it, and be grateful for each other that you made all of this possible, because it takes energy and it takes care, it takes intention and it takes attention to make all this happen, but it can be absolutely amazingly hot. Now, if you were not successful, if something just interrupted that whole process of being strangers and you just couldn't pull it off, the aftercare is even more important at that point, because it usually, if one person, just slipped and just couldn't continue anymore, then it's up to the other person to really pick the partner up and take them home and hold them and say, I'm really sorry this did not work out. Can you maybe tell me what was scary for you, and then you talk about it with I statements. Well, I felt this when this and this happened, and I felt this and this has happened. And then you learn from each other, and you actually go through a process of communicating that involves really taking care of each other, and taking care of each other's feelings, and taking care of your sexuality within a relationship. So as you can see, the aftercare is important and has a lot of goodness in it in both situations. So this is how you have a one-night stand with your partner. Like I mentioned in the beginning of the video, this is not easy because it requires for you to really, roll up your sleeves and do a little work, push against the boundaries of discomfort that you have and step over your inhibitions, and like I said, lean on a friend if you need help with the preparation of it, but it's all worth it, because having an experience like that and actually building it up with your partner will be something that you won't forget. And if it doesn't happen the first time, and if you, like I said, if you're failing at it, do not give up. Call me, reach out, ask for help in certain areas, whatever it is you need. I mean, as a sexologist, this is what we do. We help people truly find their sexual selves, and having a partner that you can do this with, and then having your sexuality be a strong part of your relationship, is truly a wonderful thing. So like I said, reach out if you need any help, and I will see you next week.